Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. I'm out here today after being at the range for quite a while, finishing up with a video on the Charter Arms Target Pathfinder 22. I haven't done a shooting video of this yet. I have shot it, and what I saw the last time I shot it was the way the sights are organized. The front sight on this, it's a little tiny fiber optic sight, but the sight itself is too short. So that means that if the front sight is too low to the bore axis, you're actually going to raise the front of the gun, and I tend to shoot it high with a standard velocity or high velocity round. Now I can mitigate that by shooting something like a quiet at 710 feet per second round, but I'm just going to show you on the target how high I tend to shoot this thing with a standard velocity round. So let me set the camera up on the target and see if you can capture what I'm seeing. And I'm basically setting all three sights like I normally would. The front sight in the middle of the U-notch to try to sight it in right at the center of that target. And let's see what it looks like when I'm shooting it. Alright, so I'm going to go back and shoot at that target, and you can see what I'm talking about. So standard velocity ammo, I'm shooting at about 7 yards, which is not bad for target distance. Let's see how we do. Well, that's not going to tell us much. That's not going to tell us much. The target went winging off. And actually, it looks like I shot more low than I did high. I did have one high. Maybe the last time I shot this thing I was shooting at a further distance and I don't recall, but let me just pace this out and see how far I was. So it's about 6 yards where I was shooting from. But that's not what I recall from the last time. The last time I shot this thing I was shooting high. Maybe it's just me. Well, my intention in coming out here today was to show you that this gun shoots a little bit high using the target sights. However, I just disproved that. I was shooting low when I thought I was shooting high. So it's a possibility that the last time I came out to the range and shot this, like most days, because I had so many pistols out here, the sights just messed with my eyes and I was messing up, not the gun. But I have another target set up a little bit further away. I'm going to take a couple shots at that one and see how I do here. That one was high. That one was pretty much right where it needed to be. Elevation's good. I'm going to stop there before the target completely rips off and show you what I got. This is better than I thought, actually. Maybe it was just me, and I'm actually not shooting this thing at far enough distance, because that's my target. I think I took 4 or 5 shots. The first one was high. You can see I tore the top of the target off on the first one. But then the second and the third were just to the left of the bullseye. That's where the paper's torn, but it was the perfect elevation, and the third one hit just below the bullseye. So the elevation seems to be better on this. Maybe it's just me. I'm gonna keep shooting and see what I can get out of this. Actually, let me set you up over here so you can see what I'm hitting. So it is entirely possible that the last time I was shooting, it was my fault that I was missing, because today it seems like I did a pretty good number on that target right within where it needed to be. And this is 20 yards. Oh, this is 15 yards, sorry. I was at 10 there. This is 15 yards. So 15 yards, 45 feet is pretty far to shoot with a 22 pistol, but it's got target sights on it. That's why I kind of wanted to push it. The last time I was shooting, I was only at about probably 25 feet. something like that, so about half the distance I am now. That's a good reason probably why all of my targets were hitting high. I guess the way that that's sighted in with the rear sight bottomed out, the way the front sight is at 40 feet is about where its sweet spot is with that accuracy. So that's not too bad. 40 feet from where I'm shooting, I'm pretty happy with that. I had better accuracy today than I thought I was going to. So that Charter Arms Pathfinder Target 22, I was a little bit disappointed with it the last time I took it out and shot it, but this time around I'm definitely happier with it. It's a smooth action, it shoots great. Let's just take some close-up of me shooting it before I finish out this video. Charter Arms Target Pathfinder 22 long rifle. The trigger on it's really good. I don't flinch much with this gun at all, which I'm happy about because it's only a 22. You shouldn't be flinching with a 22. The trigger is pretty smooth. The trigger pulls pretty light. It's a comfortable gun to shoot. The only thing I've done to it is put a big Packmeyer grip on it because I like it a lot better than the factory Charter Arms grips. Even though the factory grips on the Target models, it has that big rubber bulbous grip. They're not terrible, but I like these better. These are kind of a vintage. This is probably from the 70s or 80s. I got it for like 20 bucks on eBay, but they work really well. And I'm shooting some Aguila Target Competition 40 grain lead round nose, and these are 1,080 feet per second, so it's about the same as what you'd get with a Federal Standard Velocity, or CCI Standard Velocity rather. And they shoot really well. Good target ammo, nice, slow, consistent, and I like the smell of the powder in Aguilas. People hate the way they smell. I love the way they smell. Super unique, good smelling ammo. So, Target Pathfinder 22, very reliable. The finish on this one, being a modern one, is a little bit odd. It has like kind of a Cerakoted silver finish on the frame. The barrel is stainless steel. It looks like it's basically shot peened. And the bottom grip frame on this gun, I don't know how well you can tell, but the grip frame on this is actually made out of polymer. So the 22s and the ultralight 38 specials have a polymer frame. I actually prefer a steel frame on the Target Pathfinder because it gives you a little bit more heft, but honestly, you don't need it. It's just my personal preference. I'm going to go ahead and finish off with another cylinder of rounds and end for the day because I've been out here a long time making a lot of videos and I'm getting hot. It's about 78 degrees. It's very muggy. It's been raining off and on for like the whole summer. So I just want to finish up, but I've had an enjoyable day out at the range, and I hope you enjoy some of the videos I'll be putting up. That one didn't seem to go off. I think it went off the second time. Yep. Yeah, 22 rimfire. Every once in a while you get a round that doesn't go off correctly, but once again, thank you for joining me on another range outing. I appreciate anybody who comes out and watches my videos. God bless America. Make sure you support your 2A rights. Get out to the range and shoot safely, or your backyard, or wherever you can. God bless America. And you make sure to remind somebody, if they tell you to give up some of your freedoms for the quote-unquote greater good, that freedom is the greater good. Oh yeah.